I'm George Wolf.
And I'm Carol Smith. And George, I want you to meet Laura and Julia Perot, more Brain Teaser winners.
And I'm kind of glad you introduced both of them because I'm sure our viewers think they may be seeing double these two beautiful young ladies standing here with us.
That's right.
So, you're the first double trouble we've ever had on the show. How'd you guys pull this off? You team tagged on the Brain Teasers?
No.
Is that it? No, okay,
Just
wait.
work together to figure out the answer, and then sometimes one of us figured out the answer, and then the other's like, okay, say we did it together, so we both got credit.
Okay, well, you know,
right,
our producer Wyatt's pretty easy to fool, so I can understand that. So for example, what's it like in your house? You're watching the show, okay? You're both there together?
Yeah.
All right, and on comes the science challenge. Do you like talk it over, or do you like
Sometimes.
race? What's up?
Sometimes
We
we
usually,
say, I know the answer.
I'm
And so
like,
we
well,
just
tell me,
try
tell
to
me,
answer.
tell me. And then if the other person doesn't think they're right, they say what they think, and then we just compromise.
And you guys,
Compromise.
wow, are you brothers and sisters out there hearing that? They have something called compromise in their family. That's pretty cool. And so you guys managed to get like over 30 of these right between you. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for two people. It's pretty good for three
That's
people.
pretty good for anybody.
I don't think I even knew 3 of the answers to the 30 of those answers to the science
All right,
challenges.
now something else interesting. And you both go to French Road Elementary School.
Yeah.
That's Brighton or Pittsburgh?
Brighton.
Brighton. Okay, because French Road kind of winds around over there. Now, you're in the same class.
Yeah.
All right. Do you like being in the same class?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
most of the time.
Oh, sometimes. See, now
A
we're gonna
diversity of
we
opinion.
can we can get something going here, George.
That's right.
Now you're both in 5th grade, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are there 2 5th grades in your school? I mean, is there another 5th grade in your school?
Oh.
So you could
you
be
could be
together, or you could be separate.
Yeah, there's like
13.
13 different classes.
Aha. So you've chosen to kind of be together, or your teachers have chosen to put you together. All right, that's good. Does that help with doing homework, or do you go to separate rooms, or?
Sometimes.
Really. We don't usually work together because
All
it
right.
kind of frustrates us sometimes.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Now, do you guys like? I'm not going to like dwell on this twin thing, but I don't get a chance to talk to twins that often. Do you find yourselves like? Do you like the same sports? Like,
We like the same
Laura, you
sports,
like
but-
sports?
Yeah, we like the same sports, but like not on purpose.
Okay. I mean, you don't say, "Oh, she likes that sport, so I'm going to do that sport."
No,
right?
we don't do that.
And we both play like the
Yeah,
same
why don't you talk about your
instruments.
instruments that you play? Because there's more than one.
Oh,
We
we
both
both play a
piano.
Wow, and you talk in sync. I love this. You guys ought to form like a rock group or something. Okay, Laura, you go. Tell us about
Okay,
instruments.
Since we both play piano and we each picked an instrument that for school we had to play an instrument, so we each picked a different one, so we'd have one different instrument. And I play cello and she plays violin.
Oh.
That's wonderful.
Now, are there pianists in? Do you have a musical family? Do you like sisters and parents? Are they musical?
My dad plays the bass, and my little sister's just started violin. And my mom used to do piano.
Wonderful.
Wow.
That's great. So once in a while, you all get together and no.
Jam. Well, I don't know. A cello, a bass, a piano. There's got to be some kind of music you can make from all of that. I don't know.
Well, that's wonderful anyway. And I think eventually we're going to get to some homework here, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That might be good.
All right. You think so? I don't
Let's see
know.
if
We're
there's
really
any-
enjoying talking to you.
Let's see if there's anyone out there.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi. Who's this?
Jacquees.
Jacquees.
Hi,
How can we help
Jacquees.
you tonight?
My problem says multiply 20 times 4/5, right answer in lowest terms.
Okay. I'm going to go to the board. I'm going to go around the back. Don't move. And we're going to do some. We're multiplying fractions here, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. Now, Jacquees, what grade are you in?
6.
Are you working on fractions now, or are you preparing for the end of the year tests and finals?
Preparing for the end of the year.
Okay, all right. You're going to get some tests coming up in May, right?
Yes.
Okay, the Stanford 9. Oh, well, you see that. And then there's going to be some finals at the end of the year, correct?
Yes.
All right, this is probably your first time taking big finals?
Yes.
All right, we want you to do well on that. So let's get with this homework. Now, read me the problem again.
20 times 4/5.
20 times 4/5. Okay. And you somewhere at the end of it, you said you had to reduce it to lowest terms?
Yes.
You have to do that with almost every fraction problem. Okay, now, excuse me, I have a whole number here, and I have a fraction. There's something I'm supposed to do with that. Can you tell me what it is before I multiply?
Put a 1 under the 20.
I would do that. Now, you can do that without the 1 under there if you understand where the 1 is coming from, but it's good to make, if you have one fraction over here, it's good to have a fraction over here also, okay?
Yes.
All right, now, have you learned about any shortcuts to multiplying, or should we just go right ahead and multiply?
Go right ahead and multiply.
Okay, now I'm gonna back up and ask you a question. Have you learned anything about canceling?
No.
Would you like to?
Yes.
Aha, okay, so let me do two things. Since you know you have to multiply, 20 times 4 is what?
80.
All right, I'm going to do this two ways. And 1 times 5 is?
5.
Okay, so now we have 80 divided by 5, and we can do that, can't we?
Yes.
All right, let me show you something a little bit easier. Is there a number that goes into 20 and 5? You know that common denominator kind of number, a lowest common multiple number?
5.
Lowest common denominator. All right, if we divide 5 into 5, how many times will it go?
1.
Once. And 5 into 20?
4.
And that, all right, now, watch what we're going to do. What's 4 times 4?
4 times 4, 16.
All right, I'm going to put my answer over here, okay?
Yes.
And what's 1 times 1?
1.
Okay, now I have equal signs between everything here. Do you see that?
Yes.
So I'm telling you that I think that this equals this equals this. And now we're going to have to prove this, okay?
Yes.
Now, Jacques, when you do this math, you either do it the first way we did it, or you do it the canceling way, but you don't do both together. I'm just trying to show you two ways, all right?
Uh-huh.
Now, the answer over here, what is this 16 divided by 1? What is that?
16. What's the answer?
Uh-huh.
Is 16. 16?
16. Now, this is what I hope we're going to get when we do this. This says 80 divided by 5. And it's a little harder division problem, but we can do it. What's 5 into 8?
2. 1.
1, okay. And 1 times 5 is?
5.
Good. Now, I'm going to subtract, and I'm going to get 30. And what's 5 into 30?
6.
6 times, oh, look what happened. What's 6 times 5?
30.
All right. Now, you did a great job with all that division and multiplication. But let me ask you a question. What's easier? 4 times 4 is 16 divided by 1, or this multiplication we first did?
4 times 1.
All right. So if you can cancel, that's what you need to do. So your problem really will end up looking like, I don't want to confuse the whole world. Your problem's going to end up looking like this, okay?
Yes.
If you can cancel, now you can't always, but if you can cancel, I suggest that you do that, all right?
Yes.
All right, nice job, and now we're going to go back to George and Laura and Julia.
Okay, guys, Laura's going to start us out with tonight's brain teaser. Take it away, kiddo.
Many authors begin their careers hoping someday to write the great American novel. One of the few who did wrote tonight's brain teaser.
Our brain teaser was written by an author named Margaret Mitchell. It centers around a heroine named Scarlett O'Hara and her life during and after the Civil War.
The book was instantly popular, but it also won the Pulitzer Prize in 1937.
2 years later, it was made into an epic movie, one that remains one of the most popular of all time. It took home almost all of the Oscars in 1939.
If you think you can identify tonight's brain teaser, give our hotline a call at 454-6924. The first correct answer will be on the air, and every correct response will be added to our Hotline Hall of Fame.
Okay, once again, Carol, these guys make me feel a little useless on the show.
I know. I'm just going to stand over here.
And I'm going to try some homework.
Okay.
Hello there.
Yes,
Hi, who's this?
Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, how you doing tonight?
Fine.
You a 7th grader? You doing math?
Yes.
Let me go to the board. Okay, what's your question?
Okay, my question says the table below contains ordered pairs from the equation x plus 3y equals 10.
X plus, what was the number before y?
3.
3y equals 10. And you have a bunch of numbers probably in a chart that fit this equation, right?
Yes.
Do you have to graph them, or do you just have to find them?
I have to find them.
Okay, cool. All righty. And let's, well, let's just go like this. Does your chart look something like this?
Yes.
X, Y.
Yes.
All right, let's go. All right, how many lines, what is there, maybe 3 or 4? 3 or 4 pairs? 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a value for x in the first line?
No.
But there is one for y?
Yes.
What is it?
0.
0. Okay. Is there a value for x in the second line?
1.
Anything for y?
No.
Okay, no surprise there. Is there a value for x in the third line?
No.
All right, but there is one for y.
2.
2. Okay. Here's the thing. When you see something like this, what they're saying to you is, there's some numbers. Let's ignore this chart for a minute. There are some numbers denoted by x and y that we can plug into this equation. And if we plug in one value for x, tell me what y is. Okay? Or if we plug in a value for y, tell me what x is. That's what this question is all about. So we have to solve for x in part A. We have to solve for x. So where should I put a 0?
By where the y is?
That's right. So x plus 3 times 0 equals 10. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's 3 times 0?
0.
All right. So x plus 0 equals 10. What plus 0 equals 10?
10.
There you go. So x equals 10. Okay, and that one you didn't even have to, x plus 0, plain old x equals 10, right? So we should write a 10 right there. So far, so good?
Yeah.
All right, now you talk me through the second one. I'm going to erase that one. All right, and I'm going to rewrite my equation once again. X plus 3y equals 10. Tell me what to write and where.
Write a 1 where the x is.
Nice. 1 plus 3y equals 10, right?
Yeah.
Now what? This one's a little trickier.
What times 3?
Okay, you're a 7th grader. Do you know anything? This is kind of pre-algebra. Do you know how to get this 1 on the other side of the equation? Have you learned that yet?
Subtract.
Yeah, good. All right. So, because I want to get, here's the rule. You want to get the y by itself. All right? So if we subtract 1 from this side, right, we're going to get a 0. All right? But if we subtract it from this side, we also subtract it from this side, don't we?
Yeah.
And so now we know that 3y equals 9. But the y still isn't by itself, is it? What do we have to do to get the y all by itself? Do you know how to get that 3 out of there? It's okay if you don't. That's why we have teachers. Let me tell you, when you have a you see what we did here? This was an addition, right? And we did the opposite. And so we subtracted the 1. Well, 3 and y together, that's a multiplication. What's the opposite of multiplication?
Division.
Right. So if we divide this by 3, what's 3 divided by 3?
1.
Good. And that cancels out, right? Yeah. But we have to do the same thing to this side, don't we? We have to divide by 3. So what's 9 divided by 3?
3.
So y equals 3. Now, let's do the last one, and then we're going to talk about how I want you to check your answers after we hang up the phone. Okay. All right, so I'll write the equation one more time. X plus 3y equals 10. All right, where are we going to plug this 2 in?
Where the y is.
That's right. So x plus 3 times 2 equals 10. What's 3 times 2?
6.
X plus 6 equals 10. Okay, now use that algebra I just taught you just to practice. How do we get the x by itself?
Subtract.
That's right. And what are we going to subtract? 'Cause
6.
that's right. So we're going to take away 6. That's a 0, right? So x, but we have to do it to this side, right? 10 take away 6 is?
4.
4. So, 4. Now, one last thing that I'm going to assign you to do as your homework from homework. How would you check to see if this is right, and this is right, and this is right? Do you know how you would check that?
Inverse operation.
Okay, I think what you mean, that's right. Well, what you want to do is this. Go back to the equation, x plus 3y, and put the 4 in there, and put the 2 in there, and see if it comes out to 10. Get it? And then do the same thing here and the same thing here. And I can tell you, you probably got all 3 right. Okay? All right, take care.